Okay, in this question they ask, is x an integer? You want to find out if x can be maybe a decimal or a root of an integer, or does it really have to be an integer always? Okay, in statement number 1, if x squared is an integer, well, x could be, for example, 2, because 2 squared is an integer, and x could also be square root of 2, because the square root of 2 squared is an integer. So x equals 2 would answer yes, and square root of 2 would answer no. Okay. Not sufficient. Now, how do I know? How did I try square root of 2? You could also say, if x squared is an integer, then x must be the square root of an integer. Okay, that's easier to see. Now, in statement number 2, it says that square root of x is not an integer. Now, what I want to do here is not try just any value, any new value. I want to try the same values that I used before and see if they also answer yes or no. If I answer with 2, square root of 2 is not an integer, that is true because square root of 2 is not an integer. So number 2 answers yes to the question. Okay, and it's a valid number that I can try in statement 2. And if I try square root of 2 with another square, that would be the fourth root of 2, and that is also not an integer. So it's a valid number, and the answer is no. Therefore, since both statements with the same values answer yes and no, I can directly say not even together they can answer. The answer would be E.